If you're looking for a place that's got like a neighborhood hang and the menu's kind of like chefed up pub food, well, I hear this is your joint. This is Bottle Cap. She's dangerous. Trained ninja in flavor. Besides cook, what else do you do?
Golf is my second passion. I ended up going and playing collegiately out in Arizona.
You played college golf.
Yeah, and then I started doing the Remax World Long Drive competitions.
What's the farthest you ever hit the ball?
326.
Get out!
Beast of a sandwich.
And she's also crushing it with the menu here.
Titan sandwich is huge, from the burger itself to the chicken tender to the jalapeno popper. It's so good.
It looks intimidating, but you know, I feel like we could tackle it.
Just a simple sandwich.
What's that called?
The Titan.
It's called the death of me.
We are doing our buttermilk marinade for our chicken tenders. Eggs, hot sauce, salt, and our garlic.
How long is it gonna stay in this marinade?
Leave it overnight.
Next up?
Cornflake breading that we're gonna dredge chicken in. AP flour, cornflakes.
So we hit all these in the food processor prior?
Yep. Garlic powder, onion powder, smoked paprika, black pepper.
A little salt.
Mix everything up.
So chicken, dredge.
And we are gonna head over to the fryer at 375 for 6-7 minutes.
What else is on this Titan?
Snappy sauce.
Can you say it without smiling?
No.
This is snappy.
This is snappy sauce.
Okay, just hang on.
This is our snappy. You're killing me.
All right, here we go. I'm a professional at this. What's next?
We were making our snappy sauce for our Titan sandwich. I had it and you lost it.
We've just proven, folks, that there's no way to say snappy sauce and not laugh.
Start off with our pepperdew peppers.
Great peppers.
Pulse these up a little bit. Next, we got our Worcestershire, cayenne, hot sauce. Then we actually reserve some of the pepperdew juice, mayo.
And copious amounts of ketchup.
Blend that up a little bit.
It's delicious. Sweet, spice, fat. Think about Thousand Island with an attitude. I dig it.
We are going to make our onion ring batter, and we use our pancake batter.
Very cool.
Flour, baking soda, baking powder, salt, sugar. Oh, thanks. Our light beer lager. Slice up the onions, go straight into the beer batter.
Onion rings down.
And mozzarella stick.
And the jalapeno poppers are down. I gotta watch the fryer. You know, it's my job.
Our burger patties, salt, pepper smash, snappy sauce, lettuce, tomato, our house-made bread and butter pickles.
House-made.
We're gonna go down with our American cheese, bacon going on top, a little bit of steam, double stacking our patties.
Good fries, I'm telling you that much.
Chicken tender, more snappy sauce, our onion ring. Top that off with a mozzarella stick, jalapeno popper, and a pepperoncini.
Right? The chicken tender was perfectly cooked, nice and moist, great breading on the outside of it. From the hot burger and the melting cheese to the cold tomato, cold lettuce. There was just a nice little juxtaposition there. There's two things that really stand out. One is the snappy sauce. Oh, dynamite.
Thank you.
The pepperdew is a kiss of acidity and sweetness. Two, the bread and butter pickles that you guys make are awesome. Served up with dynamite fries. You order a burger like that, you'll be telling all your friends about Bottle Cap.
Titan sandwich for you.
The chicken is just really, really scrumptious.
You get the spice from the jalapeno popper on top.
This is kind of like the Saturday thing.
You just keep it rounded out to like 2 or 3 of them at one time?
Maybe, depends on the day.
So I'm here in Boston, and we're here to check out a joint where this dude, he's been running up and down these streets forever.
He's had his grandfather here, his uncle, his cousins, everybody.
You say the food's legit?
Absolutely.
Awesome. This is Polly's.
We're gonna need a lot more clam chowder. It's gonna be busy today.
It's just good New England food. It's fresh. Lobster roll.
If I have people from out of town, this is where I'm bringing them.
USS Lobstitution, pick up.
USS Lobstitution. This is 10x your typical lobster roll. I never can eat it on my own, but I've tried more times than I care to admit.
Where's this lobster coming from?
Okay.
Don't say the sea.
It's all locally sourced.
Okay.
New England lobster. So we got claw meat.
Poached off.
And we have knuckle meat. We like to start with some mayo, lemon juice.
So it's the lobster stock when the lobster came in.
I like that.
That's all that we're putting in for seasoning?
The bread's gonna do all the work, and the lobster meat's gonna do all the talking.
This is about the most straightforward that I've seen, besides eating it on the boat.
This is what we normally do. You know what? For you guys, we're gonna make you something special.
Thanks, Paulie.
What a nice guy.
Whoa. Holy
Biggest
moly.
lobster roll in Boston.
What gave you this idea? This is insane.
We like to do crazy things here at Paulie's. Split it on the top.
You hit it with some of that butter. All right, on the grill.
Put it on the grill.
How many ounces of lobster are going in this thing?
It's almost 2 pounds of meat.
That is insane. Are we gonna Lady and Tramp this thing, or should I do this hat?
No, we're not doing that.
That is pure lobster. Man, is this thing good.
It is not hiding in anything. You get the butteriness and the sweetness of the lobster shining through, that lobster stock, adds a lot of moisture. There's a little bit of mayonnaise in there just for a little touch of some extra fat.
Normally, you get a lobster roll and it's kind of heavy. This is so light.
That's legit and probably the most honest lobster roll I've ever tried. Oh, dynamite.
I have the USS Lobstitution.
Fantastic sandwich, not a lot of fluff.
Tastes like it just came out of the water.
Big pig in the window.
What's our first step?
The house barbecue rub.
For the pork butt that we're getting ready to smoke.
Sea salt, brown sugar, paprika, garlic powder, ground cumin,
Black pepper.
ancho chili, a little wild card, ground ginger. We actually like to let it rest overnight.
Very nice. And what are we smoking with?
Hickory wood, 250 for 5-ish hours. Pull it off, and we put it through our meat grinders on the kidney die, which gives us big chunks. Add ground pork.
Cook raw, coming together.
A little bit more of our barbecue rub, minced garlic, ground bacon trimming from the butcher shop, kitchen patty.
8 ounces?
5.5.
That's big.
And boom.
Next step, what are we into?
Pork tenderloin.
No, wait. I'm no butcher, but
Those are bone-in chops. Tenderloin is almost always not an actual tenderloin. It's a tender, 2 words, loin. To tenderize it a little bit more, we do a buttermilk brine. Hot water from the tap, salt, garlic powder, black pepper, fresh rosemary, ice-cold buttermilk.
brine for how long?
24 hours up to 48 hours.
Got it.
Standard breading, so we're going flour, whisked eggs, and breadcrumbs.
Fry that off, and we're getting a couple sauces on this?
We're gonna do a barbecue sauce. We're gonna do a ranch.
Let's see it.
So we've got eggs, salt, sour cream,
You want to do the drizzle?
All right, baby.
canola oil. All right, so we got fresh rosemary, scallions, minced garlic, celery seeds, fresh sage,
Little
white
vinegar?
and a little bit of brown mustard. Fresh ranch dressing.
Are you hungry?
I brought my towel. I'm ready.
So we got our pulled pork burger, 3 cheeses, pepper jack, cheddar,
I
provolone.
don't even know that you have a board big enough to list everything that is on this.
So we're gonna start with ranch. Top bun gets our andouille spread, which is a spicy, spreadable salami. Our house barbecue sauce. B&B jalapenos,
Bread and butter pickle, B&B.
B&B. First,
Oh, yeah.
second, third. Grab yourself some, guys.
Here's looking at you, brother.
Oh, he owns this. Wow. Bread and butter jalapenos is my new favorite thing. My favorite part of the whole thing, though, is the pulled pork patty. You know, there's a lot of great food here in Sacramento, California, between the Sierras and San Francisco, but probably a place you wouldn't expect to find would be a burger joint where they put as much cheese on their burger as they do meat. You're gonna love it. Oh!
A 1/3 pound burger and a 1/3 pound of cheese.
What's called a 5-napkin burger. Messy, juicy, and tasty.
It's the squeeze with cheese, an off-the-hook burger covered in cheddar.
Best burgers in Sacramento.
That is the craziest thing I've ever seen.
Well, you see the cheese just hangs out here. It's very crisp and just cheesy. Kind of wakes up the taste buds before you bite in the big, juicy burger.
What time do you open?
10 o'clock.
And they're already lining up
I drive across town for this.
at this tiny 12-stool dive called the Squeeze In.
It's hard to find a seat in this place, so when you find one, you gotta sit down and enjoy it.
I think that's why they must call it the Squeeze In.
Have a good day.
Owner Travis Hossauer bought this place 6 years ago, and he's keeping a 30-year tradition alive and kicking.
That one got a little big on me there, but we're gonna, it's just gonna go right.
Holy,
There, we'll fold it up.
that is a good-looking burger. See, I like flat top burgers.
Yeah.
I enjoy them because you get that little caramelized crisp there. It's almost, it's the
flavor.
fat. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a little crunch.
We're gonna throw some cheese on it here. Just grab a handful. It comes out, I don't know, it's about a 1/4 pound or what, but we lay that on there.
Did they ask for extra?
No, that's normal.
That's as much cheese as it is burger.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then comes the totally out-of-bounds way they finish them off. A handful of ice.
All that's gonna do is generate steam. We're gonna take the bun like this, throw it on top. I'm gonna throw a little more ice on there. And then you're gonna put the hood on.
That does not make, I mean, it makes sense. Who invented this?
I think the previous owner got it going. Pretty unique and original.
Pretty unique?
People love it.
This is what's so cool about it. It cooks the cheese, you add the steam factor, steams the bun, keeps the burger juicy. There's components of cooking going on here that I don't think anybody would have designed it and said, this is how this is gonna work, but this really works.
It does.
I mean, this really works.
I'm pulling the hood off.
Wow.
So that's it right there. See how the cheese is all melted down on there? Now that bun,
Now,
see that?
where does all the cheese go with it?
It's all gonna go with it. I'm gonna scrape it all up. Just gonna
Oh,
just like
fried
that.
cheese like that.
Yep. See, it's bubbling off there. A lot of times, if you do it right, you can get to the counter in time, the cheese is still bubbling.
That is money. Look at that.
absolutely wonderful.
How much of that do you get through?
Surprisingly, almost the whole thing.
No.
Yeah.
The standard squeeze comes done upright.
Mayonnaise, mustard, long sliced dill pickles, a couple tomatoes.
The long sliced dill pickle, that's also part of the...
It is. And it's a refrigerator pickle, so it's not one of those real heavy vinegary. It's more of a crisp pickle taste that really jumps out at you. Oh, it's great.
You got all your options, too.
Bacon burger, mushroom burger. We can add jalapenos, avocado.
I can have whoever's next to order.
And when the squeeze in gets rocking...
Okay, that's order for 10 right there at 11:30.
So does Travis.
So there's 4 ready to roll.
That's crazy.
And then we're just gonna come in and slice it. Watch your toes, man. It's hot stuff.
Wrong day to wear flip-flops. Who cooks with you?
I'll do all the cooking by myself.
Up to 10 hours a day, non-stop. I mean, dude, you are full throttle. And don't think this is easy.
Yeah, you gotta really cut, push hard. There you go. You gotta get the fork on it. Okay. The burger.
Where? Burger?
Yep. There you go.
It's hard to figure out where you land it. I can't even find the burger or anything. I guess it's okay to make a mess here?
If you don't make a mess, you're not doing it right.
You're not doing it right? Doesn't have the right flavor? I think I gotta loosen them up first. Aha! That's the key. Coming over hot.
Perfect. You're there, man. I might as well just go home.
Yeah.
You're dialed in.
Yeah. You might as well go home. And even if you master the melting of the cheese, you still gotta master the eating of the cheese.
Gotta grab it just like that.
Known at the squeeze in as the skirt. Now you took your skirt off.
I take part of it off, eat it.
We gotta fold it in, and we gotta rip the side a little bit.
Now do you eat the part that you're tearing off?
Yeah.
Hold the burger with one hand and never let it go, and eat your fries with the other hand.
It can be a bit messy.
Beef ribs.
I refer to them as Fred Flintstone ribs.
There's so much on there you can't even eat it all.
All right, brother. We're into our beef ribs. Bone-in chuck ribs.
Holy moly.
Yeah, that's one rack. Getting a little of the skin off the back.
Done.
Take as much fat off as we possibly can.
Really, all the way down?
Yeah, we want that rub to get into it. We don't want it to have to penetrate the fat.
And we're using Mama's rub again on this?
Oh, yeah. And go to the smoker. 230 for about 5 hours.
Okay.
All right, pickle time.
What type of cucumber is this?
We use English cucumbers. Sliced onions, a little bit of bell pepper.
Okay.
Garlic. This is what Mama taught us. We're gonna salt these and then ice them. That ice will slowly melt and just slowly salt them. Gives them a little bit more of a crunch, we think.
How long does that go?
2 to 3 hours. Then we're gonna make our brine.
Let's see it.
Start off with apple cider vinegar, a bit of sugar, mustard seed, celery seed, and turmeric.
That's where your color is.
Oh, yeah. Now we can add our cucumber mix. Right when they come to a boil, we'll get a good stir on them, into the walk-in, chill them, and
ready for service.
Yes.
All right, Hassenpfeffer, what do you got?
This is Mama's mustard. Start with apple cider vinegar, a little bit of egg yolk,
a bunch of dry mustard.
And we'll hit the sugar, break up those yolks, and then our standard yellow mustard. Mix that, put it in a double boiler, cook it till it gets to about 100, 185 degrees, and it is fantastic. I put this on cold pizza.
On cold pizza?
Yeah, it's good on everything.
All right.
Yeah. Beef ribs right out of the smoker. 2 ribs per half rack.
Look at the size of that thing.
Yeah.
Whoa, look at the smoke ring on that. Dude, that is championship right there. That's no joke. Tender, not dried out. That is a righteous rib. That's got its own voodoo going on right there. Okay, so now a little mustard.
Yeah.
Oh, but that goes great with that rib. And the bread and butter pickle, still enough body to it, still enough crunch, good amount of acid, nice little bit of sweetness to it. Like all the onion. That's a good pickle. That's a real good pickle. You look at the smoke ring on that beef rib, and you look at the size of it, it's just simple, straightforward, good.
Nice job, buddy. Thank you.
Nice job.
Got a half rack beef.
They're juicy, they're smoked. They're the best beef ribs I've ever had.
Homemade pickles are just phenomenal.
The mustard's fantastic. Very difficult to beat.
Mama's is my favorite restaurant in Louisville.
We all love it, and we love them for it.
I've had a lot of beef ribs. Those are rated at the top. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well done. On Triple D, we've been to every state in the country. We have been to the big cities, and we've been to the small towns. And wait till you hear this story. A husband and wife team, well, actually, a husband and wife team and their kids. Well, actually, it's a husband and wife team and their kids, and his parents are serving up comfort food to the good folks of Laramie, Wyoming. This is Jay's Prairie Rose Cafe.
Philly cheesesteak going down.
They treat you like family here and good home cooking.
And enough to feed a guy your size?
Oh, yeah.
I got the load of hash.
It's just a fixture in Laramie.
And Jason and Anna Eichbush have 3 generations working to keep this community fed.
Dad helps and Mom helps on the weekends, and I have my older kids cooking.
You got a whole family affair going on here.
Getting sausage on the tower.
How do you describe what is going on here at the Prairie Rose?
Hometown diner.
J7220 burrito.
The 7220 burrito is named after the altitude of Laramie. The filling in that is hash browns, sauteed vegetables with this slightly spicy green chili.
Start cooking, good looking.
We're gonna be making our pork rub.
For our pork.
For our pork.
And this is all going for the 7992 burrito.
7220.
Dang.
Start with our chili powder, ground cumin, a mess of kosher salt.
A mess now.
Brown sugar, granulated garlic, paprika.
A good amount of cayenne.
Onion powder.
Black pepper and dry mustard. Throw it in a little braising, what is apple cider vinegar?
It's a mixture of water and liquid smoke.
All right, so hit that with the dry rub.
I like to go in a convection oven, about 4.5 hours.
What's the next step?
We're gonna make our famous green chili. Start by seasoning the pork. Garlic powder and seasoned salt. Butter in our pot.
I thought that was orange juice.
Just a little bit
So
of butter.
just a touch of butter.
Yeah. So we got our ground pork, diced onions. Let this cook 15, 20 minutes.
Okay.
When we're done making this roux, we're gonna add it.
Which way? I got it.
This is just water, chicken stock. This is the base to the green chili. Diced tomatoes. You can't have green chili
without
green chili. Jalapenos, garlic, cumin, chili powder, paprika, black pepper, and some seasoned salt.
This will cook down. Pork and onions will cook. Then we'll add the flour, make the roux, dump it in, the whole thing will be done.
Yeah.
And this is the chili that goes on top of the 722.
7220.
7220. Son of a... By the end of this, I'll get it right. All right, let's get started.
So we'll have our hash browns on the grill. This is our pork. We know it's done.
When the bone comes out,
comes
hey, here's
out.
a souvenir for the kids.
Pull our pork, little butter, diced green peppers, diced onions, black beans. Normally we'd do an egg here, but since we're doing a guy-friendly dish.
Guy-friendly.
Warm our flour tortilla to make it pliable. Load that into our tortilla.
Jay's Prairie Rose, known for these small portions.
Absolutely. Our hash brown, cheese.
And you think that that's gonna roll up into a burrito?
It will.
And now the green chili.
Cheese on top, some chives.
All right, let me finally get some counter time.
That's a pretty good napkin.
I got it right there, am I good?
Looking good.
Pork is delicious, nice and tender and juicy. The green chili, brother, that is comfort food 101. I mean, that is welcome to Laramie. Have a nice day. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
If you leave here hungry, it's your own fault.
If you leave here hungry, it's because your jaw's wired shut. All right, excellent.
Load of 7220 up.
I travel all over the world. I've never had green chili better than the green chili they have here.
It's very savory and flavorful.
So I'm here in Salt Lake City, Utah, right on Main Street, about 4 blocks from the state capitol, to check out a joint where an East Coast transplant / snowboarder / bartender has opened up a joint where he's serving his grandma's recipes. This is Maxwell's East Coast Eatery.
4-cheese ravioli in the window.
Donnie Brasco with meatballs.
All the recipes basically come from your childhood.
Yes, back to my grandma's
So you're
house.
back to your grandma's house.
Her restaurant was open in the 30s and the 40s, but it was the front of their house, like a lot of immigrants. All of us, all the kids learned how to roll pasta, make raviolis, gnocchi.
And grandma's recipe for a man-sized meatball.
Spaghetti 10-ounce meatball.
I'm a little bit intimidated by that meatball.
I don't know if I'm gonna be able to eat all of that.
Making a 10-ounce meatball.
A what?
10-ounce meatball. Starts at 12, cooks down to 10.
That's how your grandmother used to make it?
No, she made me make the little tiny ones, but I'd always want to make a big one.
All right, let's get into this.
All right. Pepper, parsley, just crushed red, kosher salt, oregano, basil. Finish it off with Parmesan cheese.
So all the dry comes together.
Right on.
Sitting over here, we have 80-20 ground and Italian sausage.
Right.
Okay.
Start by adding our eggs. Drop our dry Worcestershire. A little water for moisture.
Okay.
Fresh breadcrumbs.
And we're mixing this all up like a gigantic tartare salad. Okay, now how good are you at grabbing the 12 ounces of meat?
Takes years of practice.
I bet it does. Hang on. How close do you think you are?
I'm pretty close.
Going for 12 ounces.
Where are we at? 10? That's not 10. You're looking down at it. That's 12.
Oh, that's not. Look over there, pretty bird. I got to go after that. 12. Could be a bit heavy, but we'll see. Camera shows it at 12. You know what? I'll be here all week. Okay, so the meatballs cook off in the oven, then get dropped in mama sauce.
We're gonna serve them today with spaghetti Parmesan. Finish with a little parsley.
Yeah, come on down to Maxwell's. We got meatballs the size of your head. It's got great flavor. It's very rich. Love the Italian sausage. It's everything you want in an old school Italian meatball.
Max, excellent job, bro.
Chicken fried skillets up.
50s diner kind of place.
It's like a down-home country kitchen.
Biscuits and gravy up.
You get a lot of food.
Here's your chicken fried skillet.
Breakfast burritos up.
The food is really, really good.
Anything you want, they have.
Cake, side of bacon up.
Makes you feel like you're in your own kitchen.
Bacon tomato omelet's coming.
It's a comforting place.
With a menu to match.
What is comfort food to you?
Something that you can relate to that Mom used to cook.
From breakfast basics
Biscuits and gravy here is my favorite.
to Jimmy's mom's own monster caramel pecan roll.
That pecan roll is fabulous. One of our favorites.
And now this one's become Kim Woolard's specialty.
Started out waiting tables.
And then they found out you could bake?
Never tell them that.
A lot of people come in because of her.
Pecan rolls up.
So tell me about making the pecan rolls.
We're gonna start with my yeast.
Okay.
Milk, warm water.
Help that yeast get it going.
Okay, we're getting it dissolved there. I'm gonna slap in my salt.
Slap in.
Yes, sugar.
That yeast wants that sugar.
Put in my eggs.
Okay.
Cinnamon. Because I like the way it makes the dough look speckled.
Speckled.
We're gonna slap our butter in.
A lot of slapping going on. Okay, what next?
We're gonna put our flour in.
Okay, so you're doing a lot of eyeballing.
Yep. I'm gonna put a little more in there.
Just feeling how tacky it is.
Correct. All right, now we're gonna need.
What is that fantastic noise?
It's the oven.
Do you have it preheating for these?
Yep. I think we're good. Stick it in my pan. Push some butter in there.
Smear it around?
And do that.
So how long are we gonna let it proof?
About an hour and a half. Behold.
Proofagedness. Look at all that.
It's all warm. Let me slap a little bit of this down.
Sounds like you got a gigantic baby heart monitor going around here.
It's calling my dough. Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah. Let me flour this puppy, get it ready.
You've got a lot of flour down.
Well, I've got it stuck on the table before. That's no fun.
Not pretty.
I'm gonna roll this way. Oh, that's
Look at that, just working out.
It's a beaut. Let me trim it up a little bit. I just like it a little more square.
This is going through the flavor down carbide.
Looks like a bad squid movie. We're gonna spread some butter on there.
I like this.
It's actually kind of soothing.
Especially with the baby heart monitor going.
I know, right? So we got brown sugar. I mix cinnamon in there, and I like a lot of it. And I just kind of smear it on there.
Doesn't it look like a big cinnamon toast blanket?
Now I'm gonna roll this puppy together.
Look at that thing. This thing is crazy big.
Now we're gonna cut it into our roll portions.
Look at the size of that. That's ridiculous.
Now we're gonna make our caramel sauce to put in the bottom of the pan. Put in our butter. Corn syrup.
Always makes it better.
It does. Brown sugar.
Cook this down till those crystals come out.
It's gonna start bubbling here. Then it's scary hot. I'm gonna call it good.
Okay.
All right, let me grab that up there. And now the pecans. $200 right there. Jimmy, he's eating the profit. This is hot now.
Okay.
We're gonna pour in. I think we're good and covered. Now what I like to do is make a little spot for each one of my little buddies.
Whoa.
Tuck them in like that. They're ready to go in the oven. 22 minutes.
You guys ready for this?
Better stand back.
I'm standing
These
back.
puppies are hot.
They're huge.
You're gonna see some.
Look at her. Look how excited she is.
This is my favorite part.
No way.
There you go. It's hot.
Oh, really? Look at that. Such great texture to the dough. The sugar and the caramel starts to almost candy up right on the outside of it. The pecans are rocking, and it's not just a little sprinkle dinkle. That's a fistful of pecan. Awesome. Nice job.
I got all these different awesome connections with crabs and shrimp.
And he's calling on them all to build this seafood sculpture.
I have a totem pole.
All of my New Orleans favorites wrapped into one dish. It's fresh seafood, layer upon layer upon layer.
It looks like a totem pole with a crab in the middle of there.
You have got a big imagination, my
All
friend.
right. I'm gonna show you how to make the crab stuffing.
Hit it.
Some butter, celery, garlic, onions, peppers, lump crab meat, fresh out of Lake Pontchartrain, the claw meat.
And this is the stuffing that goes inside of the totem pole?
Right.
Next in?
Our love dust, crawfish boil, crab boil, the blackening seasoning that we made,
earlier?
Gumbo filet, a little sassafras.
Ground up sassafras leaf. A little bit of the love dust. You name these things?
Absolutely. Blackening seasoning, water, lemon juice, breadcrumbs, and then boom, there's your stuffing.
Boom, there it is.
Now we're gonna get some soft shell crabs ready for the totem pole.
And I'm a huge soft shell crab fan. When you get a chance to come down here and try true soft shell crab, done the right way, game changer. Tons of flavor.
Then it goes into the buttermilk, and then into our fish fry, and then into the oil. The eggplant.
Beautiful. Let me see the totem pole.
Here's that crab stuffing that we just made. Put a piece of this fried eggplant on there. More crab stuffing.
And this is hot.
Absolutely. Got some more of that. And then here comes your soft shell crab. More crab stuffing, some more eggplant. This is a cream sauce. And then hold it all together with this shrimp kebab. More sauce on that. And then we need some Parmesan cheese.
Of course we do.
Put a little greens on there.
You have issues.
Yeah.
Good ones, but issues. The batter on that crab, money.
Thank you.
I did not want to like the crab stuffing. I've never heard of it. And to me, it was just a crab cake that didn't get the love texture on the outside. But this right here works perfect. So you get this smooth, creamy texture with the crunch of the eggplant and a good piece of eggplant. And then you get the gravy. Then you get that money bite. That's like a road sign in Flavortown right there. That's getting it done.
The Totem was my favorite. I love the soft-shell crab. I love the eggplant.
When I first really started to learn about Cajun Creole cooking was from this guy right here. Kim Gardner, let me hear what you think.
That's good.
There you go. Kim says it's good, I'll come here. I mean, this is a little funky seafood shack. We expect this kind of food out of them?
When you look at this place, you don't, but I would drive for this.
I got a hamper, table 9.
It's our very favorite restaurant.
Just heavenly goodness all the way through, every time I come.
The way you treat food and the imagination you have as a chef and the appreciation you have for fresh seafood, you're doing a great job, man.
Appreciate it.
Excellent. I heard about this family that started off in the fair business and then they went and opened a restaurant. This is Grammy's Goodies.
Coming to this place is like going to your grandma's house.
Because Grammy's is actually filled with Grandma's recipes, which Vicky Corder, her husband Jeff, and their kids first started selling at festivals. And when business boomed, they expanded to a full-fledged restaurant.
Jeff's Original Cannoli.
I feel like all the food here is larger than life.
Sauce and lasagna.
Have you seen lasagna that big?
Not before, no.
It's the cheesiest lasagna you'll ever eat.
What are we starting with?
My grandmother's Sunday sauce.
Okay.
Olive oil, pork ribs, and neck bones.
Any prosciutto?
No,
How did you know what that was?
because I'm Italian.
You call it prosciutto in Denver?
I call it prosciutto because
Oh.
I'm not
From
New
New
York. Garlic salt.
What's up next?
She made us put everything in the sauce in threes because it blessed the sauce. Father,
So one garlic.
Son, Holy Ghost.
That's a lot of garlic.
That's the perfect amount of garlic.
I thought so too. That's what I meant to say.
Onion, parsley.
What about the Father and the Son?
I'm saying it to myself.
I want to be in on it.
Crushed tomatoes, fresh basil, black pepper,
And salt.
Tomato paste goes in.
And a lot of water. And how long is this going to cook?
About 3 hours.
What's up next?
Nana's meatballs.
Is Nana different than Grammy?
No, I called her Grammy. My kids called her.
Nana.
It's half pork, half ground beef. Mix it together.
Now, she taught you these recipes by you standing next to her, or did she just throw you right in the mix?
She had horrible arthritis.
Oh,
so
really?
I was her hands. Chopped onions, soft breadcrumbs, basil, garlic,
You guys love your garlic.
parsley, Romano cheese,
Salt.
black pepper, and eggs.
How many meatballs will this make?
About that tray's worth.
Okay, good.
They're about 1/3 of a pound.
Ooh, we're really coating the pan up, huh? So we're not just gonna bake them, we're gonna also give them a little pan fry. 350 degrees, how long?
15 minutes.
Next up?
Whole milk ricotta cheese, black pepper, eggs, fresh parsley, mozzarella provolone blend, and Romano cheese.
How many layers are we making?
Probably 6.
Okay, just shout it out when you know the answer.
You make me so nervous.
I'm just standing there talking. Granted, I'm questioning.
The place of my origin.
Well, that we know is just a gigantic farce. Did you see that you're trying to kick me on Triple D? All right, Vic, let's see it.
Olive oil. We line our noodles up. It's got to be 7 by 7.
It's got to be 7 by 7.
Sauce. About half the cheese on this layer.
How much of the sausage is going in there?
All of it.
That's a lot of sausage.
The family that makes it has been in business for 100 years. They were friends of my grandma.
Got it.
Noodles
again. Sauce again. Cheese again.
Meatballs.
Oh, this should be an interesting number.
A lot of meatballs.
Well, that can't be the real way, Vic. I think
It's
I'm being
12.
told a story. 12,
It's 12.
okay.
How many do I have in there now?
I have no clue.
Me either. Provolone. Noodles.
How long is this gonna bake? 4 years?
About 3 hours.
Whoa! That is a monster. Oh, the parsley made it healthier.
Yeah, eat your vegetables.
One small bite for man. So I know that this is the lasagna portion for the entire family. Lots of ricotta, delicious meatballs, tender pasta, dynamite sauce. You make this roll yourself also?
Yes.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. This is old school American Italian, exactly the kind of lasagna I would expect to go and get at Grammy's house.